You coming, Bruce? Oh. Okay, bye, Boba. You're gonna be nice if you're gonna be in here. Grumpy old man. Boba. Hi, sweet baby. Sweet baby girl. Yeah. Bruce! Oh, hell no. We're not doing this. Wait, no. Come here. You're in trouble. Well, if you weren't an ass all the time, you wouldn't be in trouble all the time. Don't pretend to be like your attitude. Hi, Boba. So far, you coming in or out, baby? Choose one. Oh shit. You guys fell over. Hi. I didn't even notice you guys fell over. Hi, welcome in. And now there's a needy dog at my door. Sofa baby, you can come in here. Hi. Damn, there's a lot of you. There's not normally this many of you in the live stream, so it's kind of shocking me. What's your dog's name? There's two, and they are named Nacho and Dewey. And then there's the cats with even stranger names. You like my hair? Thank you. I need to brush it. I was laying down, so I didn't brush it. So, yeah, it's fine. It's not that tangled. Ow. Not that tangled as I buy like 50 knots. You be nice. Oh, thank you. No. No, you're not having a repeat of this. You are not breaking everything again. Oh my god. You guys keep falling. I'm so sorry. What's my favorite color? Well, technically mine's technically a shade, but black and blood red. We fell again. Yeah, you don't have like a stable surface that I set you on. You're really just resting against a pillow on my bed. So you're gonna fall a couple of times. What are you hunting? The air? There's nothing there. She's a weird cat. Okay, bye, sofa. Boba, you're fine. How's everyone's night? Girl, that's headphones. Girly pop. Jesus. Bye to whoever's leaving. Are you okay? Hi, welcome in. You be nice. Jesus. Black cats, I swear. They're always crazy. But very big cuddlers. How's everyone's night? How's everyone been? You guys are strange. You have 5 cats. Yeah. Cats are crazy sometimes. And very moody. They can't decide if they want cuddles or, like, want to beat you up, especially cow cats. I don't know what she's watching. There's literally nothing there. How's everyone's week been? What? I'm confused at your comment, but I don't know. Okay. I don't know how to react to that because I don't know what it means. Oh, that's why that thing's wobbly. You guys keep breaking it. Jesus. What? Now I'm even more confused. I can show you one because 2 of them are playing and the other ones are out there. And one does not like to be picked up. Come here, Minster. Ooh. Big cuddle bug. Biggest cuddler in the house. His name's Minnie. He's tired. I just woke him up from a nap. It's hard to cuddle with him though, because once he starts like purring, he starts nursing. So every time you cuddle him, he looks for something to nurse on. Hi. Yeah. He's a cutie. Anyway, how's everyone's week or day or just how's things going? We have a little co-host today or tonight. Because I know damn well he's not getting up anytime soon. Yeah. Can I see your toe beans? No. Yes, I did make them. I have a couple that are just how I was feeling in the moment. I have, I think I have 2 up there that are from, one's from a show, one's from a horror movie, and the rest are just my characters. I don't think you can see him, but I have Alistair on my wall. Sweet baby. Yeah. Are you gonna be my little co-host tonight? He's damn well not getting up. I know that for a fact. Thank you. I have one on my wall that I really want to cosplay, but I can't. I have to wait until I get all the stuff for her because I want to cosplay her the way she actually looks, because she is my very first character that I've ever made, and I love her so much. And I want to just cosplay her in like what she actually is before. Like, I want to do everything right with the very first video with her, basically. Oh, they yawn. Yeah, they yawn. So what am I by cuddler? I think he's just trying to figure out what the fuck that is. Because he doesn't. Oh, thank you. he doesn't. He doesn't understand phones. Oh, Boba, if you hold your phone up and say, "Can I take a picture?" she'll look directly at it. So she knows phones. He does not. Oh. Okay, I'll stop messing with your ears. I'm sorry. I didn't know they were itchy. You're adorable. Yeah. Minster Man. Minster Man. I love this cat. Oh, you're back. Hi. Yes, his name is Minnie, and I think he's going to be my co-host for tonight. Because he is not leaving. With... Unless that happens. With these cats, once they're in your lap, they are, like, stuck there. I think... The one you wanted to cosplay? The one I wanted to cosplay is right behind me. It's this one right here. I mentioned her in a lot. I mentioned her in my character video, in my Meet the Character videos. Yet, a lot of my characters are based off her. But I think we can get started with the story. Okay. I think my theory was correct, but I don't know. Basically, my theory... I don't think I said what my theory was, but my theory was that the main character is a fae. And they basically said that she is in the last chapter. Oh, thank you. What are you reading? Sorry. It's called Fairy Ring. It's been a series on my channel for a while now. My entire channel is just stories and storytelling, mostly focused on mine, but sometimes we focus on stories that aren't mine. And oh! I have to change the title of this once it's posted. This is chapter 20, not 19. Oh god. Well, that's a fuck up. Okay, bye, baby. You love the cat. Yeah, he... Bo was staring at me like I just betrayed her. Do you want to come cuddle? Or are you just gonna be up there and glare at me? Also, sorry for the noise in the background. The dogs are going nuts. Anywho. The day was dark, the cold like an echo Of the emotions that warred inside her, fog had settled in early and trapped the coal smoke from... I'll be right back. Excuse you. What the fuck is going on? Play nice. Hamburger. Okay, I'm back. And my pillow fell. Sorry, Nacho wasn't being too nice to Dewey. Okay, where was I? Fog had settled in early and trapped the coal smoke that constantly clouded the air above London. It was one of those dreary winter days. What? Do you just want the door open to spy? What are you doing? He literally just cracked the door open just to spy on the dogs. That's adorable. Anyway, it was one of those dreary winter days where night never really seemed to lift and daylight never really arrived. Excuse you, sir. Minnie. No, that is enough. We're not doing that. Sorry, he got in trouble. Anyway. Tikki fought back a cough as she inhaled the gritty air. Overhead, a round, black, bristly... I almost said... Oh my god, I can't talk. Bristly what? Oh my god. Broom. My brain is not working. Bad kitty. Yeah, he wasn't really doing... Well, I shouldn't say that he's not supposed to do that because he's not supposed to do that. He was tearing up the carpet. So, yeah, he got in trouble. Anyway, sorry if I keep like messing with my eye. It's bugging me. Overhead, a round black bristly broom emerged from a small brick flue, followed by a small boy who scrambled out of a chimney covered head to toe in black suit. Tikki shuddered at the idea of climbing down into that old, unlit, cramped space. Oh my god. My fucking eye, bro. Minster, I think you got some of your hair in my eye. Before, when she'd lived with her parents, before she'd been forced to survive on her own, she'd never considered who tended the chimneys. The idea had never occurred to her that children would be forced to clean the... What the fuck? And my brain's not working, so I'm sorry if I say this wrong. Innumerable smokestacks that stretched across London's skyline. She'd heard that some employers even lit straws beneath the cleaners' feet to make them move faster. Well, that's fucking Bullshit. Sorry, someone texted me. She glanced at the small boy again, a black smudge across the sky. He could be Toots, or God forbid, Clara. It made her heart break to think of the thousands who had no one to care for them. Excuse you! No! Jesus. Yeah, my brain is not working tonight, so even with that, I might not be able to. I can't say it. Back up! One second. I'm gonna close my door. Give me a second. Okay, sit in. I'm so tired of it. You are not going in my room. No. Back up. Go. Everything okay? Yeah, they were just the dogs. We're doing that. So. Anyway. Nacho is very talkative. She glanced at the small boy again. I already read that. Okay, where the fuck was I? It strengthened her resolve to do everything she could for Toots and Clara, and Fiona for that matter. Tikki hurried across. Tikki hurried across Whitehall Street toward the mall, ducking between I love that dog, but he's loud. But then again, his breed is very talkative. They're basically miniature versions of huskies. Anyway, between the clinking wheels of the carriage, trying not to breathe through her nose, the steaming deposits left behind by the horses seemed especially pungent today. She eyed the back of a particularly large carriage going by and wondered for a moment if she dared try and jump in her dress. But the carriage moved past, and Tikki missed her opportunity. She hugged her thin arms tight to her chest, trying to stay warm. She thought again of the argument with Riker yesterday about retrieving the ring. She didn't know how he planned to do it, but now that the royals were back in residence at Buckingham, but she didn't really care. She had made up her mind she was going to claim the reward first. Tikki cut toward the entrance to St. James. Excuse you. To St. James Park, across the street from Buckingham Palace. She stood in the shadows under the tree and surveyed the crowd there. A scruffy young boy, probably only 7 or 8 years old, loitered on the sidewalk with a broken book, waiting for waiting for the opportunity to sweep the street. He would be perfect for what she needed. She walked toward him. "Hey there, boy, come over here," she called. The boy put his thumb to his chest in a questioning look. At Tikki's nod, he jogged over. She leaned down. She leaned down to look at him in the eyes. "I've got a small job for you. Want to make a decent wage for your work today?" "Yes, miss." The boy bobbed his head, holding his cap in his hand. He was thin and dirty, just as she was most of the time, just like so many other children living on the streets of London. But he had a brightness in his eyes and what looked like quick feet. Tikki dug into the pocket of her overcoat and pulled out. "Sir." No, we're not doing that. Be a good kitty. Yeah. Anyway. Where was I? Tikki dug into the pocket of her overcoat and pulled out a halfpenny. She held it up. Then she pulled out the folded ransom note. Sorry for the whining. He wants in my sister's room and she doesn't want him in there. "I'll give you this coin for taking this note over to the guard over there. Tell him it's for Captain Davis Smith." She smiled at him. "But you have to run away before he asks you any questions." "Do you think you can do that?" "Yes, miss." The boy smiled, already reaching for the coin. Tikki pulled another coin from her pocket, this time a copper penny. And how about if you don't go anywhere near the guards for a really long time, so they'll forget what you look like?" He nodded with even more enthusiasm. "Okay, off you go then." Tikki handed him the other coin and the ransom note. Who's texting me right now? Bruh. Oh shit. Sorry. Something on my other account was playing for some reason. Anyway. Okay, off you go then. God damn it, cat. No! You are not allowed over there. I love you. Ooh. I was gonna put you up there with your sister, but that's your mom and not your sister. Okay, we're back. Boba is still glaring at me. Come here, baby. Come here. Okay. Where was I? Tikki handed him the other coin. Hi. Welcome in. Tikki handed him the other coin and the ransom note. She stepped back into the shadow of the tree and braced a hand against the rough bark as she watched. The boy tucked his broom under one arm and scurried away. He ran straight up to the guard and tugged at his sleeve. The guard ignored him until the boy waved the paper in front of his face. With a frown, the guard reached for the page. Good as his word, the boy turned and ran. In a blink, he had disappeared into the crowd. As Tikki watched the guard unfold unfolded the page and read the words written there. For just a moment he stood frozen. Then he disappeared into the guardhouse. A glimmer of excitement ignited inside her. Welcome back, sir. Hi. Oh. Every time they get in trouble, they get cuddly after. You gonna be my little buddy for the stream? Friendly interruption. Half of my bloopers from my videos are just the cats just looking at the camera. Okay. A glimmer of excitement ignited inside her. It was started. Satisfied that her task had been accomplished, Tikki stepped from behind the tree and walked back to the way she'd come from. You're adorable. Her steps quickening as she headed toward the Great Ormond Street Hospital. Close to 2 hours later, Tikki hesitated as she entered the hospital. The harsh woman who had admitted Clara sat behind the desk. Good afternoon, ma'am. She bobbed her head. I'm from St. Timothy's Chapel. Here to see the children. She rushed her words as she pointed down the hallway. I've been here before. Should I just go down? The woman looked up from the page on which she was writing notes. She gave Tikki a quick glance, nodded, then turned back to... No! No! You do not... No! You know better. You don't bite cords. Jesus. Sorry, he just decided to chomp on my charger. Little shit. Anyway. She gave Tikki a quick glance, nodded, then turned back to her paperwork without a word. Tikki hurried down the hallway. She was anxious to see Clara. They had moved her out of quarantine almost a week ago, and in with the rest of the children. Fiona had been up to see her the day before yesterday. She said she'd made even more improvement. To celebrate, Tikki had brought her a small bite of chocolate. Tiki's eyes darted around the room, looking for the little girl's curly blonde head. The metal frame beds in the ward were crammed together using every available inch of space. Every bed was occupied. A thin aisle. Sorry, he sneezed. Hi, welcome in. Where was I? A thin aisle threaded its way down the middle of the room, between the footboards, with just the smallest space for a person to stand between the beds. Small windows lined 2 of the walls. Through the gray light of the day, did little to dispel the aura of sickness in the room. Sorry, my siblings. Tikki tried to ignore the muffled cries and moans of the sick children. At the far end of the room, a single nurse bent over a bed. Tikki's heart beat a little faster as she searched the beds, unable to find Clara. Where was she? She bit her lower lip in fear as her head swiveled from one bed to the next. Had they moved her? Tikki's worst fear bubbled up and threatened to choke her. Had she gotten worse? Tikki rushed over to the door of the quarantine room and peered inside. Had Clara had a relapse? But only 3 beds were occupied, and Tikki could tell the color of the children's hair that Clara wasn't among them. Dread settled across her shoulders like a heavy cloak as she hurried from room to room and headed back to the woman at the front desk. Excuse you! You think I wouldn't notice? You thought I wouldn't notice? You are a troublemaker right now. Keep it up and I'll shut you out of the room. Hi, Boba. Okay. Minster. Stop. Okay. Oh, it's fine if you're late. I mean, it's gonna be uploaded anyway, so. How many strikes until removed? I haven't gotten a strike, so that's good. I don't think that matters, though. I mean, I'm really only getting emails. I haven't gotten an email for a while, so that's good. So hopefully the problem is fixed. Anyway, back to the story. Beg your pardon, ma'am. There's a little blonde girl in here named Clara? Tikki clutched her hands together under her cloak. I told her I'd show her something special today, and I came to find her. Has she been moved? Clara? The lady repeated. In a tired voice, she glanced at the chart with the list of names. All right, that one. Her relatives came to pick her up yesterday. What? She shook her head. Can you believe it? The little girl's been in here for... What? The little girl's been in here for nigh on 2 weeks, and they just now come to see her. Then they came up and take her? She shuffled the papers some more. One hopes they'll take better care of her in this time round. Her relatives? Tikki couldn't keep the shock from her voice. What did they look like? A man and a woman, well-dressed, average-looking folk. Oh, I think I know. I don't think they were her parents. Very relaxing hearing you read. Oh, thank you. I do this at like nighttime to, one, show you great books that I love. This one I haven't read. I've been reading along with you guys. But another series that I haven't done in a while is Blood on My Hands. I've read that book like 5 times. I absolutely love it. But I do this for like a bedtime story. And it just fits my channel. And I like discussing books with you guys and what you think will happen in the next chapter and like what your theories are on it. So can we see the cover? Yeah, I haven't shown the cover since I started reading this, but this is the cover by Kiki Hamilton. I actually love this author now. I also love the author of Mystic City. I need to, like, I love that story so much, but I don't own the book. Plus, I read, like, book 11, so I have no idea what happened to the first few. Anyway, I'm kind of hoping this isn't a series, because I only have this. If it is, I only have the first one. Anyway. Where was I? The nurse peered at her. What difference does it make? What color did the woman have? What color hair did the woman have? Tikki asked the woman. Tikki asked. The woman shrugged. Blonde hair? Oh, I think I was right. Just the little girl? In the prettiest ringlets. Didn't look old enough to be your mother, but you never know these days. Tikki dug her fingernails into the palms of her hands and swallowed. She couldn't seem to draw a steady breath. Do you know where? She took a shaky breath. They took her? No, we don't ask where they're taking them, especially if they're relatives. They just have to sign for them and off they go. Sorry, someone text me. Bruh. Anyway. Tikki swallowed hard. Could I see their names? I'd love to stay in contact with the little girl. She bowed her head as if overcome with sadness and whispered. We became friends. She reminded me of my little sister I lost to the fever. Oh, I know just what you mean, the woman sighed. So many dead. She reached for the clipboard and ran her fingers down the list. Here it is. Clarence and Emma. I do not want to butcher that last name, so I'm not going to do it. So just Clarence and Emma. The names echoed in Tikki's head. Did they leave an address or anything? Actually, she came in as a charity case. Strangest thing. I was on duty that night, and a bunch of the dirtiest children I ever laid eyes on brought her in. One of them said she was her sister, but I doubt any of them had parents. Looked like a bunch of street urchins to me. She ran her fingers along the name and stopped. They left an address for the bill. Up in Soho 46, Oxford Street. Oxford, you say? Thank you. Tikki backed away and hurried for the front door. Nowadays, you can't do shit like that. Good luck, the nurse called after. I know it's hard to say goodbye to those sweet little dears when they go home, but it's for the best. Tikki waved a hand in response. As soon as she was through the doors and out on the street, she ran. She ran as fast as she could, her arms pumping, skirt flying around her legs. She ignored the shocked stares of the people as she flew by. She darted into the street and bit back a scream as she narrowly avoided a collision with an oncoming hansom cab. I still don't. Why are they called that? What? Who's texting me now? Oh. Okay. I love these lives. I'm glad. I like doing these with you guys. They're so fun. Causing the horses to rear in alarm, Tikki sprinted on, choking down the bile that rose in her throat. Fear like she'd never known boiled in her stomach, feeling her legs. Clara was gone. And that, my beautiful raindrops, is the end of chapter 20 that I thought was chapter 19. Yeah. I would love to hear your comments on your theories, where you think the story's going. Basically, just where you think the story is going and like your theories on it. Because I love fantasy theories on fantasy books! And I love hearing your guys' theories. It's awesome. It's so fun to do these with you guys because I get to discuss the book with you as I'm reading it. And I love hearing the theories you guys come up with, especially when you have one theory and then another chapter happens and it demolishes that theory and you have another theory. I just love doing this with you guys. It's absolutely amazing. Just got here. Did I miss it? Unfortunately, yes, but this live will be uploaded so you can hear the entire story or the entire chapter. It does take a while for my lives to upload. At least for me, it takes a while for them to upload. You guys comment on them like 5 minutes after I end it, so yeah, it'll be uploaded. It'll be uploaded if you missed it. I was so happy to do this chapter. It just keeps getting better and better. Excuse you. But I will be back with chapter 21 tomorrow, either in the morning or at the night. I might do 2. I haven't decided yet, but until then, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, my beautiful raindrops. Stay spooky, stay weird, stay dreaming.